throw his way too often. It's the Colts and the Packers under the lights on Sunday night.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The Colts at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. An extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Only a couple on the sack, but now will bring up third down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. I start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called. Here in the...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Yeah,
like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup at 38. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down. Now look at this Packers defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
What's the deal, y'all?
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal with some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. McCaffrey will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting the runner across the goal line.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did say? Pursue, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll set up to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he gets him a little bit closer and takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Boy, that route's really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 3rd down and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They go play action with Wilson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Duvernay. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard